Hello and welcome back. We are playing Victoria 3 and we are playing as Egypt. Last episode, we clapped the Ottomans again, so you notice they are very much the sick man of Europe. They're almost the dead man of Europe. We passed a couple laws we wanted and we tried to bring down the radicalism. Kind of successful, kind of not. Still have a ton of radicals. Have more loyalists than we did before. We notably have high taxes. Let's decrease that now to try and decrease the radicals some more. And we are kind of, what we're going to be doing this episode is we're going to be trying to enact serfdom, and I think we're going to take Iraq. There's a lot of oil here later on, and so it, we can just make him into a vassal, which gives... Ooh, we will have to fight Persia, though. And maybe Great Britain. So maybe we just integrate Hejaz. Part of the longer term, what we're trying to do is we're trying to do all of these. And so we don't want to integrate subjects really too much. Because we need to have 5 countries as subjects. How do you like us? So and we also have to figure out what we want to do with this huge gold surplus. I'm guessing what we want to do is kind of just sink it into more construction. Oh, it's because we're not constructing anything. Okay. We got a little distracted by our war, and now that our war is over, we gotta start constructing stuff. Okay, I was wondering why we were making so much money. We might have to re-increase the taxes once our construction winds back up. Let's take a look at what goods are expensive. Alright, furniture and services. So, I think we're going to go for furniture and glass, because one of the things that's holding us back on the services is we haven't implemented the glass thing. Now, we're going to look for economies of scale here, so where's Aleppo? And then furniture manufactories. Lower Egypt. We don't want to put them in Lower Egypt right now, because we are having some problems there. Where is going to be most profitable? I guess Crete is okay. And one in Blue Nile. We are also going to be trying to do steel, so we are going to be needing a lot more coal. We're currently not using too much coal, but we will be using quite a lot. And we could bring down the price of iron a little bit. And now let's see. Yeah, so now we're running a little bit of a surplus. We will just look to use that to kick out our credit. Oh, well. And a revolution is brewing. Well, this episode just took a dramatic turn. Let's see what we can do. We can try and pass something to make these interest groups happy. They are not happy because we are trying to abolish serfdom, though. I think they're pretty strong, too. Maybe let's not try and abolish serfdom. What will they like? They will like censorship. We could just fight the revolution. How strong will it get? I think it'll tell us how strong they're gonna get. Okay. Oh, and it disappears. Oh wait, no it doesn't. And they will take Blue Nile, Adana, all these places, but most of our military is not in there. Still, that's actually like half of our military. I don't think we want to fight that civil war, so we will just let that go for now. Anything we can pass the landowners would like. Alright, we're going to try and push through no migration controls. Give people freedom of movement so they can go for better jobs. Ouchie. Yeah, this block wants us to enact censorship, so maybe we'll enact censorship so we can get rid of the other one. We'll build a port here. Oh, it's just an anchorage, so we'll turn this into a cargo port, which will boost the infrastructure, hopefully to high enough that you are, no, you're still gonna need more infrastructure. Okay. Yeah, but one of the things we've been having trouble getting mines expanded, and I'm hoping the freedom of movement thing deals with that. Anyways, so at present, we will still try and deal with more radicals so that we can avoid having a civil war like that when we try and revoke serfdom. To that end, we have to keep an eye on consumable goods and really try and keep the price of clothing and grain down, which we are kind of doing a bad job of, so. I wish there was a way to take it down, because we know that they don't have a lot of infrastructure. Also wish the UI showed us how much infrastructure they had when doing that, so. And we are trying to construct out of this deficit. This might spiral, though. Why don't we actually just increase taxes until we're out? Goldfields depleted. Unfortunate, but I think that means that we can make gold mines. Hokkaido. Standard of living's going up. Of course, we have more dependents right now because we've been fighting some wars. Maybe we could have pushed through serfdom. I don't really know how bad that revolution would have been, but they would have had half of our army. I suppose we could have just looked in all those provinces and decreased the production method of all the armies that they would have owned. The game shouldn't allow that type of cheese, but it probably does at this point. I think we also want more canneries, so the middle class eats the canned goods. Oh, the cat's calling. One sec. I will see what the cat is whining about. Okay, we are back. And this should tick down, and then we will... Let's see, artillery is high. I do like the Liberal Party. Also like Thorough, but... I think I always choose this one, though. This time we'll do a bit different. Why is the cat being... Alright, the cat's just definitely being weird. We will get back into this. I'm bummed we can't revoke serfdom, but we have a lot of radicals. And the Civil War is not going to help us out. Wow, the Conservative Party is leading. Unfortunate. Yeah, they're pretty mad about what's been going on. standard living is still creeping up. That's kind of what we're trying to work on here. Once the glass works finish, we'll actually see about urban centers. Can we switch them all to market squares? We can. And that'll provide a lot more services, which will make people happy. We'll probably have to build another class works based on looking at that. Although one just finished, maybe we're good. Maybe we're not. We'll build one just to be safe. Take a look at prices. It's gonna tell us glass is expensive. Oh, it's not. Maybe we don't need the glass works. Just kidding. Ah, but lead, we are using leaded glass. But we can't get employment in this friggin'... That's our only place that makes lead. Preserve closed borders. Everyone's just getting mad at us. Do like me some enactment chance. And I don't think the momentum's going to be enough for them to win the election. So, we are currently running a bureaucratic deficit too. We should get rid of that. It's not very large, so we won't put it at the top of the queue, but I think we actually want more fish now that we're building some of these canneries. I guess we'll do Palestine. Oh no, didn't pass. Tragic. Well, the Industrialists are pretty happy with this, so I think they can take the hit. Conservative Party wins, yay! Just what I wanted. Now, do we have to put them in government? Yeah, we don't want them in government. Just take a look at market prices. Lead's getting more expensive. Can't resolve that. Coffee and hardwood. A lot of our wood places are making hardwood anyways, so I think if we just put down some logging camps. I think Blue Nile's making hardwood? Let's take a look. They are. So that's gonna help with that. Don't think, I wouldn't say it would deal with it, but it will help. I have a bunch of farms coming through the pipeline to make grain cheaper. Groceries are also expensive, clothes are also expensive. Man, alright. Most of these are rural things, and then the textile mills. And then the engines are not worth anything right now. I think we do have engine production here. Yeah. Perfect. We will build a railway and kick it to the top. Then we have to create demand for the stuff. Okay, I think now I can get rid of these taxes, or lower them. I can. Alright. I think we gotta look at other... Meow. Cat saying hi. I think we want the philosophy department. Should also expand unis a bit. Try and bring our literacy up. Switch all these over. We don't have tools. We do. Now, why is this not going to be profitable? Qualifications. Well, we'll be profitable here. Well, maybe just because there's currently no demand for explosives. No, they should be really cheap. It's because the engineers are so hard, they're so expensive. I mean, we are using nitroglycerin here, but it's as if we stop using it. It'll be more profitable. Seems like I'm not changing that. Running a big surplus here. What can we do with that? How can we give more money to the pubs? I guess it's always just construction, isn't it? Oop, didn't mean to put that one there. One should be enough for now. Sinai we will also put in a railway. And then in Palestine. Who had bad infrastructure? Show me. I think it was them. I think we have bureaucratic administrative government. Yeah, we have it queued up. We're gonna build one more construction center. Let's see. Oh, we don't want them to be isolated, so we're gonna make, I think, an anchorage. Yeah. Because they have stuff. Do they have anything? As long as they have nothing in them, it doesn't matter that they're isolated. Patagonia might have something. Just put this in. An anchorage. Connect them up to the market. And we've seen a pretty big spike in quality of living, but we don't like dual. We should actually pay more attention to this stuff. What's expensive? Trains are dirt cheap. I think, we want to make transportation expensive, so now we're gonna have to start having stuff use transportation. No migration control, perfect. Alright, what are we gonna have use railroads? I guess just this kind of eases into it. Makes it less profitable, but we don't care. We want to have demand for the railroads because we do not want to subsidize them. Oh, it's not done yet. Oh well. Okay. We finished enacting freedom of movement. Guaranteed liberty is going to be too hard to pass. See, the problem is we take a look. They're really mad with us. They're really mad at us. And the landowners aren't really mad at us, but they'll be really mad at us when we try and enact serfdom. So that's what crops up this rebellion. How do we not get a rebellion when we try and pass it? Switch to free trade. Would prefer that. Landowners probably don't like it. Rural folk probably also don't like it. But how much do they not like it? Yeah, they'll radicalize. Oh, the standard of living is just shooting up, though. You guys have to be so happy with me. But once we enact serfdom, the peasants will be happy. Or like, we have a ton of radicals because they're slaves. Right? Which we will get rid of once we get rid of slavery. We could enact censorship. Which hurts tech spread, but we do get 100 authority, which is nice. And then we make them happy just to make them sad again. Turn down this. Does that only affect it when they're raised? I guess it does. So I guess then we kind of are okay with keeping it in line. Right? How profitable are you? Barely not profitable. So this is kind of the game we'll play, as we will slowly implement more and more railways and stuff. I think we're just gonna do and it'll make them less profitable, but they will pay for our, they will pay for enough transportation so we don't have to subsidize it. basically. Bahrain. The liberal revolt. Well, if you give us a... I think we actually just want to intervene in this anyways. We would prefer a liberal Bahrain. Transportation's expensive, we want that though. Hardwood is expensive. I think we're making hardwood in the Nile. Slowly stretch to Dongola and then Blue Nile. I don't think they're gonna offer us anything, so... we have no interest in this one. Should just need to use just like this tiny guy. That'll do. Anything for some liberalism in Bahrain. I suppose we should try and pass a law. Just all the ones we want to pass, the surf... well, maybe this one. No one dislikes this, but that's just going to be more government admins we need. Not really much benefit. We like appointed bureaucrats. Property women landowners won't want. Landowners really won't want slave trade passed, but trying to pass it won't even make guys happy. I mean, maybe we just have to go for it. Well, it's only -10. So if we can get the landowners to have +3 opinion of us, then we'll be fine. And we won't radicalize them with it. Yeah. We're just eating a ton because of our radicals. The cat agrees. How bad? Qualifications on? I guess you're hiring now. Shopkeepers aren't willing to work, but what about if we do this? Then it's not shopkeepers, it's... yeah! It's capitalists. Let's finally solve our little problem here. Maybe not. Couldn't hire machinists. qualification problems. Need more education and qualifications. Alright, we're gonna look at the diplomatic lens and see if anyone will come join our customs union. Or is anyone close to it? Ross is antagonistic. We helped you get a bunch of territory. Hawaii. We'll start bankrolling Hawaii. Improve relations and try and get them in our customs union. It's time to build more construction centers. We're working on a railroad in Palestine. Sinai, Palestine. We'll put this at the top because they're having issues. Probably, do we need to have another one of these? Not, doesn't look like it yet. I think we do want to be able to... I wish you could set auto-expand up to a certain level. That'd be really nice. We're getting some migrants to Oman. Maybe we can build out of this radicalism. How happy are you with us now? Genial. I think we can start bankrolling them. And try and get them into our customs union. We're not so infamous right now. Oh, we're almost down to 0, so I guess we want to shake things up a little bit. So I guess we're going to take Iraq. We have a little bit of gold reserve. We're going to have to fight Persia, but I think they're not very strong. I'm going to save first just in case something weird happens. Like, I wish... So, like... I wish I kind of had a better idea, like, who was going to join the play on what side, you know? Because it's like, okay, it does say we're likely to face so-and-so, but we're just going to do this. Mining accident. I don't think I have too many upper class pops in Sinai. But I want more approval with the rural folk. will help us out if we ask. What do you even want? I'm curious. Are we not in? Okay, we are in diplomatic maneuvers. Treaty port or an obligation? I don't think so. Where's Persia's capital? It's up there. So we might be able to ask for war reps from them. Yeah, we can't have them release anyone, so probably just Persian war reps as well. Mobilize once it gets closer to war. Are we still taxing high? No, we're not. And we got more clothing coming up. Oh, baby. Shamar. Oh, they've suddenly made this into a nightmare. Okay. Don't need to take war reps from Iraq. Alright, we're gonna move everyone to all the fronts we want. This war is a hot mess with all these fronts. This will, yeah. I don't think we want to conquer a state. I think we just want to keep the reputation. Relatively good. Nice that we're still running a surplus here. Paying a lot for military goods. Let's take a look at what's expensive. Trains are still expensive, good. Furniture and clothes. So we're working on the clothes. So what about a couple furniture things? It's got a ton of pops. also add Indongla. Railway. Should make pretty short work of Jabal Shamar. And then we will hit the maintain subjects goal so we can start integrating these guys. Looks like we're gonna take all of Arabia in this run. Maybe we can form Arabia? We'll see. And we do have to take Persia's capital in order to enforce, but I think we'll be able to do that. And then we will get tasty, tasty war reps. Having all of these little battalions is a little bit of a nightmare organizing sometimes, but then like when you have infinite fronts, you like want to have this be the case. Don't want this guy just taking much territory. Cutting off the supply line, that would actually be really bad. So we're gonna... Well, I guess he's gotta finish. Advance this front. We are getting more dependence by fighting all these wars, which is maybe a big driver of radicalism. But, I don't know, it is what it is. Let's take a look at the market. Is transportation coming down? It is coming down, so we will go to the buildings, go to the rural sector, and turn some stuff on. I think we want to slowly put the wheat farms on, so we will... Oop. Oh, they don't have it. Who has it? Could do it in the sulfur mines. Kick it up on the coffee plantations. That'll actually make money. Cat's being weird. Advancing nicely. I always forget to focus on my market during like stuff like this. Glass is kind of expensive. Kind of work the economies of scale angle there. Also gonna want one over here. I guess we'll put it in Dongla, because they're about to have more infrastructure. Someone need infrastructure here? Just trying to keep an eye out for that. I do like that they're pushing towards the war goal. Quite quickly. Wow. We're gonna nab it soon here. Oh, they're capitulating. Oh wait. is nice and in our sphere now. Same with Jabal Shalimar. Got a very nice looking map. And not too much infamy, which is nice. Wonder if we can declare any rivals. Probably not at war, right? I think we don't need to meddle. Their affairs like that. They're now in our customs union. I think that allows a different production method in here. No, it doesn't. Okay. Dialectics will allow a different production method in our universities. Heck. Yeah, they will enable the philosophy department. Which is probably something we care about, getting these unis up more. We're gonna put them in Lebanon and Adana. The reason being is those two places are coal places, so we're probably gonna build them pretty tall. Hey, we got little trains going. Choo-choo. Condensing pump engine for the mines is probably where we're going to start going first. The other one isn't always very effective. The condensing pump engine usually is. And it uses coal, so we're going to enact it in the coal mines first. And the gold mine. This war will be over soon, and we will be back to a surplus. Radicals are kind of going down. Standard of living still going up. Let's see what's expensive in our market. Porcelain. Not much demand for it though. Furniture. We've got some furniture factories in the queue. I think we also have some glassworks in the queue. We could put a couple more because glass is expensive. And then war reps. How much are we making through war reps? It says we're making 31k through Diplopacks. I don't. Oh, it's the Italian war reppers. Oh, they made Italy. That's why. So once that gets stopped, our war reps will go down significantly. I feel like they should have given us a bit more of a chance. Let's see how close Hawaii is to accepting vassalship. Probably not very close. Now why? Oh well. Ah yes, we finished dialectics. This is into level 3 tech though, so we should probably... stuff, and then switch this to philosophy departments. Get those qualifications, yo. Multiple people are importing softwood from us, so I think we actually want to cancel the trade route we have importing softwood from Russia. Oh, it's such a big trade route. Oh, that's so much wood. We're becoming like semi-dependent. I wish we could scale. It will scale back if we increase wood production ourselves. But it won't scale back if people keep importing from us. I don't know what to do. Hey, bud. Hokkaido's got so many peasants, and now we have a thing with them. But can we make furniture in Hokkaido? We already are. Can we make clothes in Hokkaido? We should do that first. Now, why aren't we finishing the maintained subjects? These are all puppets. Oh, they're a vassal. Is that different? Okay, well then we can also just start integrating them, I guess. If they have poor relations, which none of them do. Okay, they're belligerent. I think we're gonna stop. So, how do we make a puppet? These guys are vassals. We want puppets. Well, I think we're gonna get one in Hawaii. We make you into a tributary if we use the obligation. Yeah, we can. So now do we have maintained subjects? No. Tributary is not amongst those. Why can't we protectorate people? Let's hover over and see. We need to be recognized. Got it. Got it, got it, got it. Got it. Okay, so I think we have a diplomatic interest available, and we're going to want to sink it into Europe. If one of these guys implodes, one of the great powers implodes, we're gonna declare war on them to demand recognition. Radicals are trending down. How mad are the landowners still with us? We needed this at +1 in order to pass the law we want to pass. guess we could do, no, guaranteed liberties. The landowners are gonna, it's gonna stall fairly often, but maybe we can get it through. Explosives are getting cheap, or sorry, not explosives, transportation, which means we have to subsidize the railways, which we don't want to do. So we are going to switch some stuff up. Cotton, you're now on rail transportation, because we want rail transportation to be expensive. Same with opium. Ottomans are no longer paying war reps. Let's see if they declare war on us again. I mean, dropping the opposition interest group approval is not nothing. It's just really small. Furniture is needed? The hell? What are all our furniture manufacturers doing? I feel like we're just making tons and tons of them, and like they're not. Are they not employing people? Or what? Soon here. Kaido has a ton of people. Problem is we can't support it that directly. Whoa, how strong is Japan? I guess we can... Oh, we can declare them rivals. We can take the rest of Hokkaido if we wanted. I don't think we can beat them in a fight though, so we're going to try and improve relations with them. Maybe we can. I don't know what production method they're using. They have a much bigger military than us. Oh, I guess we wanted to get to using ammunition plants. So... need more explosives and lead. Why do we put this in Sinai? Well, because they don't have any qualifications. That's why. Put it in Middle Egypt. And we will look to switch over, not all of them, but probably just like from one region, maybe like here to skirmish early on, maybe the other regions. Okay, so for this episode we got 2 more vassals in Iraq and Jabal Shammar, who will eventually integrate. So we have almost all of the Arabian Peninsula now, in terms of landmass, I suppose, not in terms of number of countries. We'll try and get the rest of these guys in. I think we fought the Ottomans again. We tried to pass serfdom, but ran into some problems because it would have caused a civil war. In order to deal with this, we need to get 3 more loyalty with the landowners so they don't radicalize when we try and pass serfdom, or just decrease radicals in general, which we've been trying to do working mainly on bringing the standard of living up, which it is going up, and that sort of thing. We're, what is this, about 20 years into the game now, expanded our borders a lot, picked up Iraq, which I think is actually pretty important because there's a ton of oil there, so our late game is pretty secure, especially once we get into the Congo with all the rubber. So things are looking pretty good. Also, we're kind of just cranking up. We're getting paid a ton of war reps, specifically from Italy, because we got it on them when they were still two Sicilies, and then they formed Italy, so getting a lot of war reps. So we're going to try to avoid building any new construction centers, because that's not going to last forever. And yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed. If you have, feel free to do the YouTube algorithm stuff, like, comment, subscribe, and have a good day.